It's 4 o'clock in Los Angeles. It's 6 o'clock in Chicago. And Big Cal, it's 7 p.m. in Philadelphia. How are you tonight, my friend?
I'm doing great. Had a pretty slow day at work, but it's been a good day.
Today is Monday. You know what that means? It's What's the Buzz Popcast, America's favorite popcast. I am the Mad Dog. I know. I got to tell you, but you already know. Been with you a long time. The Mad Dog is back. Tonight, Big Cal, we're going to do something a little different. We are going to talk about why people should be concerned over a place called CERN. Now, we've done shows about CERN in the past. God knows we've done probably about 5 or 6 of them. So this is going to be a little different. We're going to take the reality approach tonight, which also happens to be highly conspiratorial, which is right up our alley. So we're going to have some fun with CERN tonight. And maybe, just maybe, warn some people about what this really is. So I'm on the air 5 minutes, and not even 5 minutes. I got somebody in the. Oh my good lord, Kenneth
What is it?
Jarrett Singleton. Holy crap, my friend, where the hell have you been hiding? Holy shit!
How's it
Big
going,
Cal.
Kenneth?
Kenneth Jarrett Singleton is a published author. Happens to be one of the smartest people I know. And we've never met, but he comes on this show, man, and he lays down some wisdom, big that. Brother, where you been hiding at, man? Where the hell have you been hiding yourself? Holy shit.
I've
Nice
never
to see
seen
you
him
back.
come since I've been on the air.
Oh, he's got a new account. Well, that explains it. That explains it. Oh, he's one of our regulars, Cal, Big Cal. Yeah, Kenneth Jarrett Singleton is one of our regulars. Tonight, CERN. So, Cal, you wanted to do this show about CERN. Give me a heads up. Tell me why you wanted to do CERN tonight.
Just the idea that, we have the technology to create these portals, smashing particles, creating artificial miniature black holes. It just fascinates me. And
It's scary, ain't it?
it's terrifying, but, that's what I live for.
But it's terrifying. It can be a bit unnerving. But I want to tell you something, and I'm one of these crazy kind of people who I am the eternal optimist. I think things will always work out because they always do. If you follow history, and I consider myself the ultimate historian because I go back and I look at what was, how it worked out, and what will be. So I look at things like the naysayers for centuries, not years, for centuries, have been espousing the end of the world. Now, people have been talking about the end of the world since the beginning of the world. Okay, we're still here. We're not going anywhere. Are
I've
we
lived
part of
through
a?
like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, but my exactly, exactly. And my point is, we are a small cog in the wheel. Okay. So why do we need a bigger cog like CERN? CERN was built. You're a pretty smart guy, Cal. When do you think CERN began construction?
Oh
When was
Lord.
CERN approved? When was
I
CERN approved? I'm
I
going to
want to
test your knowledge, my friend.
I want to say around the 60s, late 50s, early 60s.
How about late 40s, early 50s?
I was a little off.
It's interesting because CERN began construction in earnest. Follow the timeline. 1947, Roswell experiences a UFO crash. Then the military hushes it up. First, they admit to it, then they hush it up. A year later, a year later, CERN the idea of CERN comes into our vernacular. Okay? Coincidence? I think not. By 1954, construction on CERN was already fully underway. That's when it was ratified and approved in 1954. And construction was well underway by that point.
And this was in the Swiss Alps.
Just at the base of the Alps. Not. If you look at the area, the topography of the area, there's not a mountain in sight. It's not. It's people need to understand. CERN is not built in a mountain. Those conspiracy theories to say it's built in a mountain. It is not. I assure you. You're going to see it tonight. It is completely and utterly flat. It is a flat, barren land. They chose the area specifically because it was a flat, barren land. Okay? It also has a significance of biblical proportions, quite literally. It's the throne of Satan. This is where they say the Antichrist fell from heaven. He fell from heaven into France, this area.
Wow.
You're going to hear it tonight. You're going to hear it.
I'm not religious, but I love when things line up with biblical scripture.
Well, that's called being spiritual. I would much rather people be spiritual than religious. I'm not a big believer, Big Cow. I'm not a big believer in religion. I don't espouse to religion. However, my friend, I absolutely espouse to spirituality. And there is a profound and pronounced difference between religion and spirituality. CERN has quite literally biblical implications because it was built specifically to kill God. That's why CERN was built. It was built to eradicate the need for God. You don't need God, you have mankind's technology. Actually, no, it's not mankind's technology. That technology belongs to ET. The technology that built CERN was not man-made. It was quite literally extraterrestrial. We know this now. So there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. Now, we're going to play devil's advocate, but we're going to give you the truth as well. By way of starting this show, what we are going to do is something very different. You're going to see about a 10-minute video. It's going to run a bit. It's going to be about 10 minutes. When we come back from this video, Cal and I are going to have a fucking field day.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir. You ready, Cal?
I'm ready. Let's open up some worms.
You got it.
And then tell me y'all didn't know that that's where all the fallen angels were at.
Now, I want you to listen to this, Cal. We were just talking about this, the biblical implication. Okay? Look at this portal. I'll just take a look at this and then continue to listen. Look at that portal.
And then tell me y'all didn't know that that's where all the fallen angels were at. And then tell me if it's possible that they're opening these things up to let these things out.
Is authentic, but this is over.
Y'all gotta wake up, man. If they put it right in their faces, y'all, allegedly.
You can only imagine.
Crazy,
you go to play is authentic, but this is.
What the
They
fuck?
called it the Throne of Golem. It's called the Throne of Golem. If you know anything about folklore and mythology, look up Golem.
Entertainment purposes only. Comedy, opinion, satire.
And that's
None of this is real, pure fiction.
Portal.
I'm sitting in my truck
only
making it up.
imagine
Speculation,
the plane
hypothetical
is
scenarios.
authentic, but this is
Gotta say that for TikTok, y'all, so they don't
We
take it
shouldn't
down.
have this technology.
Sky.
There it is. There's the changeless, buddy.
What you're looking at now, this portal, which was captured in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Okay. I know where Oak Ridge lived. I used to live next door in a place called Rockwood, Tennessee. It's literally up the street from the Oak Ridge Nuclear Laboratory. That's the place that built the hydrogen bomb that dropped on Hiroshima, the atomic bomb.
Really?
It was built in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Yep, it sure the fuck was. And they're proud of it. Got a big sign out there, home of the atomic bomb. That's something to be proud of in Tennessee, right?
I mean, Oppenheimer had good intentions.
Robert Oppenheimer, when he found what people wanted, what the military wanted to do with his invention, he wanted out. But he couldn't because he already accepted the money. Once you take the money, you're in. It's a service, buy and sell. They bought a service from him. That was it. Watch this.
Get your dad.
One night, a family in a small town saw something they couldn't explain. High in the sky, they noticed a cloud that wasn't like any other. It had glowing purple orbs moving in a perfect circle, as if they were dancing in the sky. The cloud seemed alive, like a portal opening to another world. They stared in wonder as the orbs twisted and turned, lighting up the dark sky.
To be a here we have arrived to the outdoor portion of this ceremony, where again the entranced workers are walking in step up a platform towards a large screen. As you can see here, the workers are scaling the rock wall and they are digging a tunnel, it appears, into this wall. As the workers continue to excavate through the rock wall, it doesn't so much appear to be a tunnel. The more I look at it, it seems to be a portal that they've opened. The workers appear to be doing some sort of ritualistic dance to gain access or to have the portal open up for them. Once the portal opens and starts to take effect, the workers start to undress and things start to get a lot weirder. The workers that were digging the tunnel appear to have made a self-sacrifice and hung themselves in the portal. You can see on the screen that the sacrificed workers, or the workers that committed suicide, are spiraling down into abyss, probably the pit of hell. The further they go down, you will see hands reaching for them and clutching for them as they continue to fall. Once the three workers reach the bottom, they return as three spirits that are resurrected or lifted up into the sky. Not only are they lifted into the sky, it looks like the portal is transformed into some... Here we have
I want to preface this video because it's probably the most credible video you'll see tonight for two reasons. First of all, it was legitimately filmed at 30,000 feet, 32,000 feet. United Airlines Flight 1706. This was filmed by the co-pilot. This was not an AI. This is not somebody's concoction. This is a legit. United Airlines has already confirmed it. The pilot has already spoke about it. The co-pilot has already spoken about it. This was taken at 32,000 feet plus in the sky. Watch this. And if you're watching this, and I hope that those of you, and we're largely a radio platform, folks. But if you're watching on our streaming services on Roku or Tubi TV or any of our platforms, Amazon Prime, because we're all over the place, Vimeo, YouTube, we're everywhere. If you try to look through that portal, Big Cow, you can't see the other side.
No, I see a kind of a reflection of what's behind the portal.
You mean what's in front of it? You're not seeing anything behind it. You're seeing something that's in front of it. But you use the right word. It's kind of a mirror effect. Watch this. There you go. There you go. Watch. Thing that you should be interested to know is that the pilot of that plane circled that thing for an hour.
I'm not even tripping.
Dude, what the fuck is that?
Oh, that's so scary.
What is that?
What the fuck is that?
Yo!
That looks like a biblically accurate angel coming out of that portal.
You're not thank you for saying that. You are not the first person to say that. By the way, if you guys ever read in the book of Daniel or Ezekiel what an angel actually looks like, it's not a cute little cherub with wings. It's a scary looking monster with 10,000 eyes. Am I lying, Cal?
Be not afraid.
Thank you. Right? But I want you to just look at that. It looks, if you look at it, it looks like a smoke ring, doesn't it? Like, when somebody smokes and they smoke out of smoke, that's what it looks like. The pilot, he circled that
blackness. The blackness around the ring is what creeps me out.
And it should, because not only does it engulf the ring, but it goes inside out of the ring, and you can't see on the other side of it. It's a creepy looking. Check this out.
Oh, that's so scary.
What is that?
What the fuck is that?
Yo!
Yep, there you go.
Wow! What the heck? What is it?
God. Like, I'm not tripping, right? What is that? That's an off thought right now.
You talking about that?
This is it.
What is that?
I think this.
That I don't know.
We're looking for answers about the universe, but what if our world isn't quite the same world we grew up in? Ever since CERN fired up the Large Hadron Collider, people all over the globe have reported strange glitches in reality.
Okay. That's perfect segue. A perfect segue to the question that Cal puts up here. The largest earthquake on record struck Chile on December 21st, 2012. It knocked the planet off its axis about 8 to 12 degrees. That's what we know. Okay? Here's what people don't know. It was going to happen anyway because it's a natural shift. What was not
like
natural?
Every 3,800 years. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Every 3,800 years. Yes, it's a naturally occurring phenomenon. What is not natural is for airplanes to stay still in the sky and not move where you can still hear the engines. It's not natural to see a bird in the sky not fly and not fall. Remain suspended in the, like what you're looking at. That bird isn't going anywhere. People don't understand that these glitches in reality very much mimic, or not even mimic, but they parrot the Mandela effect. The glitch in the Matrix and Mandela are inextricably connected. We have done show after show on that. You gotta I just want everybody, because we're going to talk a lot tonight. This is just the beginning. We're going to be here for a little bit.
That don't line up with our memories, bizarre scientific anomalies, and whispers of parallel universes bleeding into ours. The scientists at CERN were looking for answers about the universe, but some believe they may have cracked open something much bigger, much scarier. Today we're going to look at 10 disturbing signs that CERN may have actually ripped through reality. In 2010, a disturbing rumor started to spread that CERN might accidentally create a strangelet, a hypothetical...
You just saw the entranceway to the Large Hadron Collider, okay? It would take you, if you started at point A and exited at point Z, it would take you 3 hours, more than 3 hours, but between 3 and 4 hours, they say. 3 hours plus to walk the perimeter. To walk that hallway that you just saw would take you 3 hours from entrance to exit. Just so you understand the scope of what we're talking about.
It's that large.
If you took the Hadron Collider and spread it out linear straight, it would stretch out to 39.25 miles. That's what we're talking about. Almost 40 miles of wire and technology. That's what we're talking about. They're still not done, by the way. They began in 1951 building it. They ratified it in 1954. They opened it in 2011. Quietly in 2011. Okay? But what happened after that? Everything started going kooky in the world. People you thought were dead were not dead. People you thought were alive were dead.
Yeah, and people were in genie movies that they originally were not in.
And Sally Field became Sally Fields, or Sally Fields became Sally Field, and Sally Field never said, "You like me, you really like me." Oh, yes, the fuck she did, because I have the video. And I showed it on the air. And boy, did I get an earful for that one. I was accused of editing that video. Let me tell you something. I'm a lot of things, but I'm a lousy editor when it comes to shit like that, okay? Because, I mean, I could edit little stuff from my computer, but I can't edit no Hollywood video, okay? I just can't. I'll just tell you I can't. Okay? It's interesting stuff, yeah? It's interesting stuff. Let's take a look at this.
Particle that could turn all matter it touched into more strange matter. That happened, it could consume the entire planet in seconds. Now, mainstream physicists dismissed the idea as unlikely. Leaked safety reports revealed that certain scientists had actually debated the risk, though. That alone was enough to frighten the public. And then years later, satellites recorded massive, unexplained bursts of radiation in Earth's upper atmosphere. The kind of anomaly some theorists connect to strange matter interactions. Now, no official link was ever made to CERN, but the coincidence fueled suspicion that the collider...
I want you to look at this very, very carefully. Now, Cal, I want you to, please, ladies and gentlemen, just look what's in front of your screen. Okay? You're looking at a circle that has integers of 6. You're looking at a giant number 6. You see that?
Holy shit.
Wait a minute. Now, you see the top of the number 6, Cal, where it goes down and then it loops around? That's the entrance to the Large Hadron Collider. That's the one I told you. What you go in there will take you almost 4 hours to walk that circle, the little circle, that circle that makes up the number 6.
Now, I also want to say something real quick. If you look around the circle, there are parts that are kind of like white areas. I don't know how to really describe it. It makes a giant pentagram.
Well, yeah, and that's what I said. They're called integers of 6. It's an absolute pentagram is what it is.
That's
and not
insane.
a pentacle, not a pentacle as was described to me. A pentacle has the star, the point at the top. A pentagram has the point at the bottom because it resembles the ram. And what you're looking at, as Cal pointed out, if you connect those white integers, you're going to come up with a ram. Okay? If you look at the logo for CERN, it's 3 6s. It's 3 6s.
May have been brushing up against forces powerful enough to destabilize reality itself. Proposed is a bronze statue of the.
Now, I have to say something here. If there are children, people under the age of 18, what you are going to see here, I'll wait for the kids to get out of the room. What you're going to see here is a real, not faked, not AI. This is a real leaked video from CERN. This is actually CERN headquarters. Cal can validate that. That's the statue of Shiva out front. And you're looking at druids wearing black robes. This was taken at 3 a.m. Why 3 a.m.? Because it represents the Antichrist. Christ died at 3 in the afternoon. The devil comes to life at 3 a.m. That's why they call 3 a.m. the witching hour. Have you ever heard that before? Yes, you have. This is a human sacrifice. By the way, 7 to 10 people every week go missing from CERN. They simply just disappear with no trace.
Hindu god Shiva, known as the Cosmic Destroyer. The statue itself is real. It was gifted to CERN by the Indian government in 2004. But in 2016, something strange happened. There was a leaked video that showed people in lab coats performing what appeared to be a ritual sacrifice in front of the statue. CERN dismissed the footage as a prank staged by employees, but some people were pretty disturbed by the imagery. Shiva's role in Hindu mythology is destroy one cycle of existence so that another can begin.
That's how it is in life. For every death, there's a birth. Literally. For every death, there's a birth. I will prove it to you. I'll prove it to you. My daughter's birthday was the day my dad died. A life and death in the same day. Okay? Life and death in the same day.
Kind of a fitting symbol for a facility smashing the building blocks of reality apart. Staged or not, the video really didn't do much to help ease people's suspicions, you know, all the conspiracies and stuff. I don't know. Are they meddling with things?
The woman in the white shirt, she is the sacrificed in this. She is the one who was killed. And they take a large, essentially a machete, and they dissect her.
Bigger than they're letting on? Who knows? 2017, scientists noticed strange anomalies in the global positioning system. GPS satellites, which rely on incredibly precise timing, began showing discrepancies that could not be explained by ordinary errors. These glitches appeared soon after CERN ran another round of high-energy.
The LHC's Hadron Collider is the world's...
You see that, Cal, I was telling you about? That hallway there?
Yeah.
It would take you 4 hours to go from opening. It goes, you are looking at the inner workings of the Hadron Collider. You cannot be in there when it's on. It will eviscerate you. In other words, it will literally departiculate you.
Atom,
it will take
atom
you,
to atom.
It will take you apart from a molecular level. It will not just disembody you. It will eviscerate you as if you never existed. You will become in the air. You'll become a molecule in the air.
Long story short, bad day for you.
Bad, exactly, Cal.
Most powerful particle accelerator. This magnificent machine, located in Geneva, Switzerland. The Large Hadron Collider is a massive ring-shaped tool of...
I want you to look at that, Cal. Look at this thing. He called it a beautiful machine. Did you hear what he said? He called it a beautiful machine. Now, I want you to look at this, Cal. You see that area? Tell me if you see a mountain anywhere. Do you see a mountain anywhere?
No.
There is no mountain. That's CERN. And it's on flat, barren land. And they own everything. The French government owns everything you're looking at right there. Inside and outside of that circle. They own it all. Take a look at this stuff.
Tool of accelerating protons to near light speed before... The Large Hadron Collider is the world's most powerful particle accelerator. This magnificent machine, located in Geneva, Switzerland. The Large Hadron Collider is a massive ring-shaped tunnel that is 27 kilometers long. It is capable of accelerating protons to near light speed before smashing them together, creating new particles. The LHC is helping scientists make incredible discoveries about the fundamental building blocks of the universe. By recreating conditions similar to those in the moments after the Big Bang, they are uncovering the mysteries of dark matter, antimatter, and the Higgs boson. The Large Hadron Collider is a remarkable achievement of human engineering.
A Large Hadron Collider is a marvel of human engineering. Interesting.
But it's alien technology.
With alien technology. The aliens presented the blueprints. All these fuckers did was put it together. It's remarkable.
They made the collider and then gave us the iPhone.
Among other things. If you think about, I want you to think about something. What was the biggest era in American, not in American history, the biggest era in world history for innovations of? Go ahead.
Between the year 1999 till
no,
about...
sir. No, sir. Way, way earlier than that. From 1947 to 1952.
Oh, I thought you meant when we peaked.
No, we haven't peaked yet. That's the whole point, brother. We haven't peaked yet. We're still on the upswing.
Well, I'm a little more pessimistic about it.
Well, I because you're young and you don't know. And that's the thing, you know, I get it, but you're young, you haven't lived enough life. You get to be my age and you see the shit that I see, brother, let me tell you something. And ladies and gentlemen, I assure you, as dark as your dark days may be, the bright light that's coming is it's going to illuminate every darkness you can imagine. I assure you that. Just take the Mad Dog's word for it. I assure you. From 1947 to 1952 is the biggest boom in technology in world history until the middle to late 1960s. What happened then? Tell you what happened then.
We went to the moon. The Cold War started.
We never went to the moon. We never went to the moon. That rocket took up and it went around and we never got to the moon, brother. What you saw, what you think you saw was the moon, was the inside of a studio in the middle of the Nevada desert.
Area 51.
One of the places, Area 51 and S4. Oh, and a lot of help from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. No, well, we never went to the moon. That's the whole point. We never got there. Let's see what we got here in Roswell. There you go. Are they trying to make? They have already created Gonzo. They have already created dark matter. They have already created dark matter. God help us if they unleash it. That's the scary part.
I mean, they're making artificial black holes doing what they're doing. If they mess up one good time, that's it.
Au contraire. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They are not making artificial black holes. No, sir. They're not artificial. They are quite naturally occurring. What CERN is doing is helping them, for lack of a better word, and I wish I had a better word to use, but what CERN is doing is not creating an artificial black hole. They're accelerating and embellishing upon naturally occurring black holes. Case in point, the very first video we saw was the opening of a portal at CERN itself. You'll notice nothing came out of it. Everything was being sucked into it. What is that? It's called a vortex. That's what a black hole is. It's a vortex. That's why I said to you, Cal, look at that ring in the sky. You can't see through it. It's like putting your hand through a mirror and not breaking the glass. But yet you look at the other side and your hand is not there. Well, where did it go? It went into that other dimension. These dimensions, they exist all around us. They exist all around us. They're in your home, at your workplace, in your bathroom, in your bedroom. You're going to see a video tomorrow night of a guy that created a black hole in his bedroom. He disappeared. Nobody can find him. They can't find this guy. I'm going to show you that video tomorrow night. But tonight, we have the mystery of CERN. Concern over CERN. You know, I said that to Cal before we went on the air tonight. Anytime you see the word con in front of a word, be very concerned. You should be very concerned.
But what if it's
What's a con?
after? What if it's after the first word, like Comic Con?
Okay. What's a con?
Well, you're going there to get conned.
What is a con? A con is when you run game on somebody. That's what a con is. That's what CERN is doing. They're running a game on humanity. And they think this just shows you how I shake my head sometimes, folks, because I know where I'm going with this. See, you guys don't, but that's okay. You don't need to.
They're the gatekeepers, man.
I am very concerned when I hear words like gatekeeper. And I'll explain why. But you'll hear that tomorrow night. I'm going to explain tomorrow night why, because this is going to be tomorrow night is actually going to be kind of tied into this anyway. The European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN, has been the subject of public controversy, particularly surrounding its operation of the Large Hadron Collider, the world's most powerful particle accelerator. Why is that a concern? Because every living thing, every inanimate thing, everything living, dead, created, manufactured is done so with particulates, particles. If you have the ability to burst apart particles, then you are God. And CERN found that. They found the God particle. They placed themselves as God. CERN was built for one reason and one reason only. And I said it to Cal before we started, and I'll say it to you now that we're about to finish the show. CERN was built to kill God and to place the devil, Satan, Beelzebub, Golem, Baal, whatever name you want to give, to rise him up on his throne where he fell from heaven into France. Where he fell into France. Where did he fall? Right where CERN is, baby. And they know that from the historical record. And if you don't believe that, go read your Bible, because it's in the Bible. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this stuff up.
It just had to be France, didn't it?
Yeah, right? It had to be France. It had to be France, Big Cal. Here's the thing. Critics fears that high-energy particle collision could produce dangerous phenomena such as black holes. Already did. We're already there. Black holes exist now. Stargates and portals. Yep, we got the stargates. We got the portals. We got the black holes. They made them all. Actually, they didn't really. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to smarten you up to something. Black holes, stargates, and portals have been with us since the beginning, the foundation of time, since the foundation of the world. God placed them there for our edification. Why? Because for every action, there's a reaction. For every in, there's an out. For every clause, there's an escape clause. Okay? It's a way out. You don't know that yet, but it's a way out. And we will utilize those ways out. I assure you we will. Stargates and portals, along with a plethora of yet unknown events that might threaten Earth. Does CERN have the ability to threaten Earth? Yes. Do they have the power to destroy Earth? Yes. Only if we let it. I will tell you what I believe will happen, and you mark my words, because it will happen. CERN will exist for another 15 to 25 years. The generation after me will realize just how bad this thing is. And the brave few in that generation, they will take it down to the ground. I assure you.
They're trying
And
to
it-
open up. They're trying to bring Gilgamesh. You know,
Mhm.
it's actually some really scary shit.
Well, what do you think? People don't understand this. People don't understand. Gilgamesh was a historical biblical character. Actually, Gilgamesh predates the Bible by about 900 years. Okay? So Gilgamesh, yeah, came before the Bible. That's the truth. You don't have
Yeah.
to like it, but it's the truth.
And now the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers have dried up. The tomb's open.
Brother, the tomb was opened in 2011 when CERN, flipped the switch. When CERN switched that thing on and they heard that first buzz, it was all over. But what happened? Did we get anything good from CERN? Yes. Advances in technology, advances in medicine, advances in personal longevity. We know now that we really can come back from the dead. It's not a myth, folks. Christ resurrected. CERN wanted to prove they could do it too. Guess what? They resurrected the devil. Okay? Death is not permanent. It never was. Death was never permanent. You know why? Because you cannot kill a spirit. And what are we? We are all spirit. That's all we are. We're a spirit with a little bit of skin and bones to protect the spirit. But we don't need it, because when the body fails, the spirit sails. I'll say that again better because my teeth got in the way.
The body fails, the spirit
sails. When the body fails, the spirit sails. Yep. In other words, you can't kill the indestructible. CERN is not indestructible. It's a machine that can be destroyed. You know how I know? Because we got bombs that could blow the fuck right out of it. It's going to implode on itself. You watch. It's going to implode on itself. In the next 15 to 25 years, CERN is going to implode on itself. You know? Anyway. Let's see. Let me see something here. Saying that Eyes Wide Shut needs to be mainstreamed. Yeah, Cal, put that up there. Cal, yeah, I think he was murdered for that. Who are we talking about that was murdered for what? What are we talking about here?
Stanley Kubrick. I can't say his name properly, but he
Stanley
was
Kubrick.
Yeah,
Stanley Kubrick. Oh,
yeah, he directed
Stanley
the movie.
Kubrick was Stanley Kubrick is the guy who directed the moon landing for NASA. We know that now. Even Buzz Aldrin, who is still alive, is now he's unleashing his soul before he dies. He's telling people. He told Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien said, "I saw the moon landing." He goes, Aldrin goes, "No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't see the moon landing. What you saw was an animation of the moon landing. You didn't see the moon landing. We never got there." He told a little girl. Little girl asked him a question. "Have you ever been to the moon?" He goes, "I would have liked to." but we never got there.
So do you believe there's the Permian?
A student at Cambridge University said to him, Commander Aldrin, was your journey scary? He said it could have been if we ever went. He said that on television at Cambridge. It's on. You can go look for it. It's on YouTube. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. Talk to me, Cal.
I had the thought in my mind a moment ago, and it completely slipped my mind. What was you just saying?
About the moon landing and
it had something to do with Eyes Wide Shut, Stanley Kubrick. Like, I had a good point, and I tried to get it out, but it completely blipped out of my head. I'll probably remember it tomorrow night.
Okay, well, because we're going to revisit this tomorrow night anyway, because it's going to tie in to our show tomorrow night, Hiding in Plain Sight, and that's what CERN is doing. They're hiding in plain sight. Let me tell you what we got coming up here. We got some interesting shows. I want to just get. I hope to kind of tease you a little bit and give you a little, kind of maybe a little heads up of what's coming up. All right, so we got of course CERN tonight. Tomorrow night we have Hiding in Plain Sight. We're gonna do a show on psyops, Hollywood and the government, strange bedfellows, how the movies predicted the future, how film studios are using psychics to make movies to predict the future. We're going to talk about the film Metropolis, made in 1912. I think it was 1912 or 1918. It was before 1920.
I randomly had that movie on VHS as a kid.
We're going to talk about that because what you saw at CERN, go look at that movie that was made in 1912 or 1918, whatever it was, right? Look at that. Look at that, and then look at CERN. That movie predicted 100 years plus in the future what we're living now. Okay? Metropolis. It's amazing, you know. I think his name is, oh God, what was his name? Franz. Give me a second. What was it? Cal. What was his name? Yeah, hold on. I know I got it here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I got it. I found him.
Fritz Lang.
Fritz Lang. I got him right here. Yep. Here it is. I'm sorry. 1927. Directed by Fritz Lang. In a futuristic city sharply divided between the working class and city planners, the son of the city's mastermind falls in love with a working class prophet. What's that? A psychic, huh? And predicts the coming age of a savior to mediate their differences. Well, where have we heard that before, by God? Huh? Interesting stuff. All right. Folks, we will see you tomorrow night. Lord willing, we will see you tomorrow night. Let's see. We're going to check one more time when we go out of here. Kenneth. Where am I? Oh, there's Kenneth. Hot damn. Stanley Kubrick. That's what we were talking about. Stanley Kubrick. We will be here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. with Hiding in Plain Sight. Big Cal will be here. Yours truly, the Mad Dog, will be here. I am looking forward to doing this show tomorrow night.
Yeah, this was a fun one.
The other thing we're going to do is I'm going to send Cal $20 to get a haircut because it's just making me crazy, him shaking his hair in his face all the time. Tomorrow night, you're wearing a ponytail, young man. You're putting that shit in a rubber band, so you don't like do this shit. I'm gonna reach through this screen and pop you one. All right, listen, folks. You have a great one. We will see you, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise tomorrow night. On behalf of Big Cow, I am the Mad Dog. We'll see you tomorrow night. Take care, everybody. God bless. We'll see you then. Bye bye.